We're about to go beast mode with Screaming Demon right here, baby. Alright, so we've got a gnarly old hackberry right here. I'm going to show it to y'all. We've got the road right here too to deal with. A little creek right there. But look at this tree. Ain't nothing but a shell. That's all it is. So you can see slide through it right there. See, there's absolutely nothing holding that tree except for the rim right around the edge of it there. So you can't cut those trees like you normally would. I mean, you just gotta manhandle it and just be done with it. And everything's off on this tree. I mean, this tree could end up in this road here in just a second. Who knows, if it hits the road, I'll just grab it out of the road real quick and roll with it. We're gonna cut it down, we're gonna clean it up right here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start cutting, and I'm gonna cut the rim of it over here on this side to probably about right here. I'm gonna be watching my cut and seeing what it's doing, and I'm gonna jump up on the mini and try to force it over. If that ain't enough, I'll cut a little bit more and force it some more. I do have the drone in case it falls in the road. Y'all will get to see the blooper on that. Hopefully that won't happen, but we'll see. My saw of choice today is, of course, the 550 XP Mark II, run a 20-inch bar. Got an X-cut chain on it, SP33G, semi-chisel. No joke, I have quit sharpening this chain. They told me that they got this chain figured to run 10 tanks of gas through it before you sharpen it, and I didn't believe that, but the way they've got the temper and stuff in that chain Husqvarna makes, I mean, that's what I'm doing, because I mean, it gets too, if I sharpen it even without working on the rakers on it, it just gets a little bit too aggressive, and so I just been leaving it alone. I ain't touched it. We're about to go beast mode with Screaming Demon right here, baby. We're gonna hack this Hackberry up. All right, that's it right now. I'll show cutting the stump off there here in just a second, but I'm gonna take the saw and I'm gonna run through here and chop some of this stuff up real quick that I can reach, and then I'm gonna clench it and get it windrowed up real nice where it's not so bulky looking and everything, and that way when it's picked up it can be put in a bin real easy and get that done. So let me get this done. So there was absolutely totally nothing holding that tree basically, but I mean, you saw what it took to push it over even with when I was cutting it, you know, because it don't take a lot to hold them trees, even though it's like that right there, dude. So we're gonna cut the stump off here now. I'm gonna cut it with the 550 also, since it's just a shell. I'm gonna rake some of this stuff back. I'm gonna get to it, I ain't cutting through dirt. So we're gonna recap right quick right here. Okay, so if you ever are cutting trees and you come up on one like that in yard job or anything, anybody that cuts trees all the time, fool with something like that right there, you're at the mercy of the tree. If you didn't have a machine like I had, a lot of times, like, you'll be cutting it because you can't face it. I mean, you can't face it, you can't bore it, you can't swing cut it, you can just cut it. And, you know, a lot of times you start cutting them, instead of them falling the way you want them to fall, they'll break one side or the other. And then a lot of times, like those fingers on that tree, there's like 5 different fingers. So you cut through one and you go to cut the next one, it jams on the saw and locks you down. Those things are just crazy to cut. So best case scenario for those situations, if you can get up above that rod and get in some better wood, then you can face it like normal and everything like that. But like this tree right here, that was not an option. I mean, you got to get up higher. So if you didn't have what would you do if you didn't have a machine? If you didn't have a machine, put a rope in it and just put a little bit of pressure on it. You're going to need, you know, 2 people. Put a little pressure on it, start cutting it. Put a little bit more pressure on it. Of course, it's probably, you know, you just cutting it like that, you're fooling with a hand grenade with a pin pull. So kind of cut it to where you think it's going to break. Pull on it. If it don't, let back off of it, because that's what I was doing with that machine. I was pushing on it, and when it wouldn't go, I was letting back off of it, letting the tree get free. Because if you start putting a lot of pressure on it, and you touch it with a saw, that thing may pop. All of a sudden, you got a barber chair situation, or you may take a piece of that slab of that wood upside the head or in the chest or something too. Get it where to cut it, and then once you know it's going to break on over, let whoever's in the vehicle or whatever it is they're pulling with, pull the darn thing over. Those trees are very aggravating to cut. It would have been fine if it would have fell in the road, as long as there wasn't a truck car coming down through there when it fell, you know, because I could have got out of the road really quick. But it's crazy stuff. So the interest for the saw classes kind of surprised me. For the felling class, I knew the felling class would be pretty popular, and I've still got, as of while I'm doing this filming right now, I still got a couple of spots for the felon class. The regular saw class on the 17th. I got some spots left in it too. So I'm doing a regular class on the 17th of October, a felon class on the 31st of October, which is Halloween. I know it's probably an inconvenience for people who have kids and stuff like that. Talked to Mr. Robert tonight. We talked back and forth about that too. And so if you want to see the details on that video, back up to this past Saturday's video and watch that video, get to the end of it. All the details are right there about the chainsaw classes coming up. So appreciate y'all watching this video. Hope all y'all enjoyed it. And I wasn't joking about that X-cut chain on that 550. I've just quit sharpening it. It's been, I don't know how many tanks of gas I've ran through it since I sharpened it, but it's been a bunch. The X-cut chain, the Husqvarna chain, is obviously tempered very differently than any other chain made. The stuff just cuts and it holds the edge so well, unless you hit something. As long as you don't hit the dirt and get down in the, hit a piece of metal or a nail or something, or a piece of wire in a tree, you're good to go. That's some very aggressive chain right there. But again, like I said, appreciate y'all watching. Come on, y'all subscribe, man. If you like this stuff, subscribe. There's like 70-something% of the people watching are non-subscribers. Let's get on to 100,000. I'm tired of messing around with this. Let's go. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.